I think cover up is such a loaded phrase. But I also, to your point, I left in May of 2022, just for the facts here. And I have seen Biden once since then, when I took my daughter to the holiday party this last December after he had lost. And so I hadn't seen him in person during that period of time. I never saw that person, not a single time. And I was in the Oval Office every day that was on that debate stage. I'm not a doctor. Aging happens quite quickly. Were things that people saw during that period of time that were similar to that or would have been in a category of that? I don't know, possibly, right? And all these books are going to tell us.
But let's sort of take it in two pieces. First, like your old colleagues, like, I mean, and you talk to these folks, I talk to these folks. Like, do you think that were they actively covering it up? Were they sort of in denial, or was that just a bad debate? Like, what is your read on that?
Well, this is what I mean about cover up is a very loaded term, I think.
Well, it means you knew that it was really bad and you're pretending otherwise versus you're deluding yourself, which I think is what people do a lot.
Well, I understand, but I still think it's like cover up is often like a crime, right? We're talking when people use that term.
They say it's worse than the crime.
People use that term as they relate to Watergate or the covering up of not sharing public information about a war.
Yeah, and I'm not accusing anybody of a crime.
I understand, but other people have used that term, and I think it's a bit of a dangerous term.
You sure about that?
You know, looks like a tornado, they don't call them that anymore, that hit the crops and wetlands in the middle of the country, and Iowa and Nevada, and I mean, it's just across the board. The jobs that are going to be created here. Now, here's what drives the driver in the states that are affected. Here's what you can do, the drivers. Don't panic, number one. And that's why I asked President Harris to travel to the region last August. We can control COVID-19. We can start to build a better, healthier, and more secure future today. And so I was riding home, though, to see my mom, who was living with me because she was in hospice, and on a Friday. And a guy named Angelo Negri, a senior conductor, walked up and said, "Joey, baby!" Grabbed my cheek. I thought he was going to shoot him. You know, they go, "Joey!" I said, "Ange." I said, "He's okay. He's a friend." It's a true story. And that's what public service is all about. It's that what the President's Rank Award is all about. I'm not supposed to do this. No, I'm going to embarrass you.
No, you do.
Come here. I'm not supposed to speak now. Please sit down. And we're also joined today by Larson and I know. You're going to... No, I got it. A total of more than 120 military and medical personnel to 6 hard-hit states: Michigan, New York, New Jersey, Ohio, Rhode Island. To 6 hard-hit states. How do we get to the place where, Putin decides he's going to just invade Russia? Nothing like this has happened since World War II. Huh? Putin decides he's going to just invade Russia. Welcome to the South Lawn. Thank you and happy Easter. All right. Wait. To accommodate the Russian oligarchs and make sure we take their ill-begotten gains, we're going to accommodate them. We're going to seize their yachts, their luxury homes, and other ill-begotten gains of Putin's kleptocracy. Kleptocracy and the guys who are the kleptocracies.
I left in May of 2022, just for the facts here. I never saw that person, not a single time, and I was in the Oval Office every day.
So that was a fucking lie.
Yeah!